Today, welcome back to my channel, to Hope Nicole 04. Today, I thought this would be pretty interesting, because my sister does them too, and it's just, hers is a little easier, because I think she has a camera. I don't have a camera, I just have a cell phone that I record my videos on, so if the quality is really horrible in this video, I apologize, or if I'm shaking a lot, I'm sorry. My hands are really shaky. But today I'll try to find something to prop this on so we can film today's video, so you don't have to deal with the shaky quality and crap. But today I'm going to do a ranking makeup video where I say what my favorite makeup product is versus my least favorite makeup product, and like explain why and stuff. I'll try not to make this video too long, so let's just get straight into the video. So today I'm doing eyeshadow palettes. I don't have a lot of them, believe it or not, and lip glosses. Believe it or not, I don't have many others either. So, yeah, I'm actually gonna go find something to prop my phone up so it's not shaky, because I feel like it's gonna be bad if it's like this. But I mean, if I have to hold it in my hand, it's fine. I just apologize, you know? So I'll be right back. Guys. Unfortunately, guys, I couldn't find anything, so I'll just have to use my hand. So I apologize if it's shaky. Alright, so I'm going to start with like my least favorites, and then I'll go to my favorites. So I'm going to start with my eyeshadow palettes. So first up on the list is the Kylie, it's like the summer one. It's the Kylie Summer Edition, like the Bahine one or something like that. That's what the outside looks like. This was actually my very first Kylie Jenner eyeshadow palette. And it is a little dirty. Like here and stuff. I apologize. That's the front of that packaging. And then the back, it just says like the shades and stuff. Does it actually tell you what kind of... No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's see if I can open it. These are the shades. I'll like explain why this is my least favorite, you know. Because this was my first Kylie Jenner, okay? Because she raves. I mean, most makeup brands, they will rave and like say like the formula is good and whatever is good, you know. But like, I trusted Kylie because I thought, you know, she knew what she was doing, you know. Don't get me wrong, some of her stuff, some of her makeup is really good that I like. But some of it, it's just a flop. Just a flop. See that? It's just a flop. And I was so, like, shocked when I put some of these shades on, like this shade. Now, my favorite shades from this palette, I will admit, would probably be, like, this shade here is called Sure About You. My Treasure, this brown here, and Hook You In, and then this shade up here, and also like this pink shade. But all these other shades that I mentioned are awful. I don't like them at all. I feel like there's so much fallout, but don't get me wrong, I'm okay. I don't mind a lot of fallout, but like this palette, there's just way too much fallout, and I would, like, try and put some of the, like, I try to put, like say, example, I try to put this really pretty brown shade on my lid, and you literally couldn't see it. And I, like, dipped my brush in, and I couldn't see the pigment. And then I tried, like, other colors in this palette, and it just didn't look right. They didn't have pigment. They look pretty, but, like, they don't have a lot of pigment. I just didn't like it at all. Especially, I don't like this one because it's just, I don't know. If you look at it, it just falls off your finger. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but yeah. My most concerns about this palette is I just didn't like, oh, there we go, focus. I just didn't like, my finger's in the camera. I just didn't like the pigment. There wasn't a lot of pigment. I like my eyeshadows, and I mean, you spend all this money on a palette, you at least expect, you should expect, sorry, tractor trailer, you should expect pigment. You know, you spend all this money and time on this palette, and you're thinking, oh, it's going to do so many wonders. At least show us pigments on the eyes. That's the only concern I had about this palette. I mean, I'll still use this palette, but, because I don't want to just let it sit there, but, like, I just don't care for it. I don't hate it. I just don't like it at all. I dislike this palette, and if you're wanting, sorry, phone, if you're, was, like, thinking about getting this palette, or had any, like, thoughts about it, in my opinion, I wouldn't get it, because it's not worth, like, how much was it, like, I don't know when I got it, I think it was, like, 30 or something like that. It's not worth the money, in my opinion. I would go with, like, maybe a different Kylie palette, or, like, a different brand palette, you know? Hell, I think your freaking drugstore palette could compare to this. Like, the drugstore palette would be better than this, in my opinion. So, this one is, like, number 5 on least fave. Sorry, Kylie. Alright, so that's the first least fave. On number 2 of this, like, least favorite palettes is this Naked Urban Decay Smoky. My sister gave it to me a while ago, but why this is on the dislike list is because, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's the front and the back, which, by the way, I don't think they sell this one anymore, but it's so old. See if I can open it. And you can see we've used a lot of the shades. Don't get me wrong, this palette was so good. When we first got this palette and stuff, I loved it. And I love Urban Decay makeup. It's just for some reason now, this palette is just, it's really, like, it's basic, but, like, the shades, like, I try to put some of these shades on my eyes, and again, they really didn't have much pigment to it. And I literally, like, swatched and swatched and swatched, and just didn't have any pigment, in my opinion. And I don't know, I just didn't really, I don't hate this palette, but I don't care for it. That's the only thing about it, so, yeah. It's okay. I want to try Urban Decay's other palettes, like the cherry one and the honey one, because they have some really cool shades in it, and yeah. This palette isn't bad, but it isn't the best. You know what I mean? So, this is on 4 on least favorite. Put it up here. How's that? Alright, this is another Kylie Jenner palette. I got this palette on my Christmas, and I don't know what it's called, but it has the one with her with the teardrops of her. They're like the shades on the back, and these are the shades. Do not get me wrong, I love these shades. Like, I love this one. Like, I love this palette overall. I just don't use the shade. I don't use this palette a lot, so that's why it's, like, on my least favorite, you know? The shades I really use in this palette, though, I use, like, this shade here, this shade, that shade, that, and that. I don't really use these 2 shades here, because I just feel like it'd be too dark for me, and I use this shade sometimes. But why it's on the least favorite is because I don't really, like, when I go in and grab an eye palette, I don't really grab this palette much, but it is a pretty good eyeshadow palette, in my opinion. It's way better than that palette there, but yeah, it's not bad. If you would want to, like, try it out, I would actually try this palette out, because it is pretty good. It's not, like, amazing, but it is good quality. It is good, and, like, you actually get pigment on your eyes with these shades, at least for me. So that's why it's number 3 on least faves. That's why it's on number 3. Alright, now I'm going to start my favorite eyeshadow palettes, because I only had 3 least favorite ones. But now I'm going to start with my favorite palettes. I actually have 3 more palettes to go, and then I'll go into the lips glosses. So my first favorite eyeshadow palette is this Main Squeeze eye palette by ColourPop. My sister actually gave me this palette, and she gave me this one from ColourPop, the green one and the yellow one. And I love these so much because I love to do like bright like looks and stuff. So this is the back of the packaging. It says all the shades, and then the packaging. This can be hard opening this packaging. Hold on, let me pause. Alright, so I just opened up the palette, and these are the shades in the palette. Right from the bat, why this is like one of my favorite palettes is this, like, the packaging is so beautiful, so bright, and I like packaging that is bright. So that again was like a win for me, and I just love these shades. Like Jeffree Star, he is one of my favorite makeup artists. He actually made me feel confident and not feel silly or whatever to wear bright colors like these. So when I put like bright colors on, I started off with like originally like this palette. I started off with the bright colors, and they're just so pretty. My favorite is like this really pretty, I don't know if you can tell. It's like it's called Home Slice. It's like a really pretty, like almost like a red color. I use the shade, I use all of them besides this one, red bottoms. I don't use it because I don't like that, but I use all these other colors. Overall, there is amazing pigment. The pigment is so bright, it's so good, it blends perfect. It's actually pigment. If you would ever consider on wanting to buy a ColourPop bright eye palette, I would recommend this one, the Main Squeeze palette. I'm assuming it's supposed to like symbolize like strawberries or something, and they did an amazing job on that. So that's like my 4th favorite palette. The next palette I'm gonna do that is one of my favorite palettes is this. Sorry, my hands are shaking. Is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. It is so amazing. I got this for Christmas. This year, my sister got me this for Christmas because she knew I wanted a Huda Beauty palette and stuff, so she got me this one. When I first got it, I used to use this palette all the time. I don't use it much because I'm getting newer palettes, so I don't really touch this one, but I do love this palette. So that's the front of the packaging. First off, the packaging is so beautiful. It describes beauty and all, in my opinion. And then that's the back, obviously. See if I can open this and not have to turn my camera off. Okay. Those are the shades inside the palette. By the way, I do use pretty much all of these shades. Besides, like, the shade up here. I don't use that shade. But I do use pretty much all the shades. There are some shades that I don't like particularly because I feel like there's not enough pigment on it. And they don't blend well. They don't look nice, at least on my skin tone, you know. But most of these shades really do. And most of them, what I found helped a lot, instead of using a brush, is I use my finger for this palette a lot. Because it looks way better. It puts up more pigment and stuff on my eyes if I use my finger for this palette. I'm not sure what this palette is called, but it is a really good, nice quality palette, and yeah. I would give it, out of like 1 to 5, I'd probably give it like a 5, because it is a really good palette. I just don't use it much because like I am getting newer palettes, trying newer palettes, and I just don't really like grab this one, you know what I mean? So it is a good palette, so if you're wanting to get a Huda Beauty palette, I would probably maybe get this palette if it interests you, like any of the shades, you know. So yep, that's number 3 on my list. Number 2, right? 4th, yeah, 2. I'm trying to get this to focus. This is actually the Kylie Jenner Valentine's edition eyeshadow palette. It's one of my favorites, believe it or not. It's actually a really good palette. I use this one a lot. The front of the packaging, and in the back it says like all the shades. And these are the shades in the palette. The shades in here are freaking bomb. I use literally all these shades. All these shades. I use all of them. Except almond. I don't use almond. But I use like all those shades. I love the black. The black shade is amazing. Love these shades. And I love the pink. Hot pink. Because I do like young blood stuff. This palette is actually one of my favorite palettes from her makeup brand, because she can actually make an eye palette. Who knew? This palette is, why it's good is because it actually has pigment, and it has fallout, but it's not as bad as that. So yeah, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. I would just say like it's just a really nice palette. It's just pretty good. It's really good. Especially like for beginners, it's pretty good. So that's why it's on number 3. I try not to talk so much because I want to get this video and not it to be too long, you feel me? Alright, and my favorite eyeshadow palette of all is, well so far, is Morphe X Jeffree Star Artistry palette. This palette I got for my 16th birthday. My sister got me it. Thank you. I freaking love this palette. I use it a lot. I use it all the time. When I do makeup, I just love it so much. This is the palette that I normally grab my hands on because it's just so, like, the packaging is so beautiful. It's pink, it's silver, it's just amazing. I like how big the palette is. And then the colors inside. Oh my god. Look at all those colors. I love all of these colors. And I use like most of these colors. And there's actually pigment. The formula feels really smooth. Like, people make fun of Jeffree Star, but at least he knows his makeup. He knows his makeup. And yeah, I'm gonna get more Jeffree Star palettes in the future and try his other stuff out. But this palette, bro, is so awesome. I would so recommend getting this. It is so good. Look at all these shades. I'll try to show you real quick. Look. Look at all these beautiful shades. I love them so much. This palette, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10! Sorry, it's shaking. And the mirror is pretty good too. That's why this palette is number 1. Now the eyeshadow palettes are out of the way. Now we're going to do lip glosses. These are going to be my faves lip glosses, and then I'll do the least faves. So, let me figure it out real quick. So my first favorite lip gloss would have to be this C8 Lip Luster. It is in the shade Call Me. This shade is so beautiful, so light. It's not sticky. It's just an overall great shade. Love it. Love it. My next fave would have to be this LA Colors Holographic Lip Gloss. This is in the shade, let me look, Gold Rush. This shade's really good for like just something simple and you want like a gold like spark. You want something really shiny. This is really good, and it's a drugstore lip gloss. That isn't, but this is. But it's a really good lip gloss. It isn't sticky, really. It feels really nice on the lips. Overall, amazing. As well as the LA Colors Holographic lip gloss. The other one, I have this one and that one. And this is in the shade Dream World. It's such a really pretty pink, shiny gloss. If you're wanting just, these aren't even expensive. If you're like wanting like a gloss like this, I would so recommend getting these. Overall, I like these. They're pretty good. They feel good on your lips, not sticky or tacky or anything. The next one, I don't even know if this is a gloss, but like it feels like a gloss. It's, I don't even know who this is by. Hold on. Okay, this gloss is by Sarah Happ, and it's called the Rose Gold Slip, or something like that. This is actually a really pretty rose gold lip gloss. Like, you don't even need to put lip liner on or anything. You can just plop this on and you're good to go. Like, it's a really good gloss. I use this actually a lot. Looks fantastic. Fantastic. Beautiful. Beautiful shade. Love this. Favorite lip gloss. And then my last favorite lip gloss is by Kylie Cosmetics herself. This is in the shade Blow Me Away. It's a really pretty, like, clear, like, light ivory, like, glitter gloss. It's really pretty. It is a little sticky, but it is pretty good. Pretty good quality. Those are my faves. My least favorite one would be this red lip gloss. My sister gave it to me. I don't like it because it stains your lips. None of those shades do, or those. But these really stains my lips when I put it on, and it just feels really heavy on my lips, and I don't like this at all. So, junk. Kylie Cosmetic, these are actually her winter edition, Christmas edition from last year, 2019. And they actually sold out, so I actually got these. This one, like these glosses here, they're really good, but I don't use them much because I don't really wear gloss much. I just don't like these a lot because they're really sticky, and I don't like it because my hair gets stuck in it and stuff, and I just don't like it. And plus, when I take off the lip gloss, it feels like my lips feel really sticky still, and it's just gross. So, yeah, that's why this is here. But I do use them, because I don't want them just to sit there, you know, and I can't give them to anyone because I've used them, you know. So, yeah. But overall, that is my ranking of eyeshadow and lip gloss. And I know this video is going to be probably 23 minutes long. I'm so sorry. I tried so hard to finish. Maybe I shouldn't have put the lip gloss in here. But it is what it is. It'll give you guys something to do at home. But yeah, this is today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Hold on, give this video a thumbs up to see more of these videos, like these type of videos. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you get notified to all new videos that I post, because I will be posting pretty frequently. And yeah, I hope you all have a magnificent rest of your Tuesday, and I might see you guys either tomorrow or the next day from now, or I might see you next week. But let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Like, I do like a video about highlighters, like my favorite highlighters and blushes. Let me know and I will post that video. Just give it some likes and I'll do it. But yeah, and also let me know what you think about the video. If you have any questions or anything like that, leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, and also check the description box as well. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, guys. Mwah! Love you.